MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor leagues. Tonight, the opener of a three-game series between the Binghamton Mets and the Flying Squirrels of Richmond. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. And we are tied 0-0. Josh Rodriguez. This is lifted into the air out towards center field. Mays.
But hey, the bottom line, you've got to produce a run, and he did.
First pitch. Hit hard towards the hole. And that is into right field. Base hit. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach. The inning so far. Here's the first offering. Runner goes. Pitch inside the throw. And not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
They turned him loose here on the first pitch after reaching base, and he had a pretty good jump that time. You know, sometimes pitchers are so focused on not allowing.
And we are tied 2-2. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here he knows all he needs is a ground ball to tie this thing.
Willie Mays will lead things off here in the bottom half. On a big swing there, and he really got into it high and deep to left center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases.
Well, these guys know the deal from an offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for two bases.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now.
Don't be afraid, let it fly.
Into the box, Ari Adrianza. Pitch outside, the throw.
And that's a case where you can bet they've just forgotten about him after that double. And he takes third on the very next pitch.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, Game 2 of this three-game series between the Binghamton Mets and the Flying Squirrels of Richmond. Willie Mays will get his first cuts next. Oh, this ball's well hit. It's going to split the gap in left center. Around first, digging for two now. And he'll get in there with a double to start the home first.
Well, you know, it's never too late to get a first-inning rally started. This one's going to find the gap for two bases. So now it needs to give your cleanup guy a shot to baby drive in that first run of the game. Just lead to their first run as well. You can see he's got three on his mind from the very outset. And that's
pitch. Swing and a line drive to center field. And he is going to reach. It's a base hit.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Number 16 will step in. First pitch to him. He's running towards second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
We've already seen the ball's not really traveling all that well here tonight. So both these managers might start thinking.
Willie Mays will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too
set. Now the pitch. He makes good contact on it as this is going to make its way through into left field for a base hit.
Making continue to rack up the hits. That puts runners on first and second now. But, as we always say, it's what you do with all those base runners that's important. And so far, they haven't done a whole lot.
Continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Today, the opener of this four-game series between the Flying Squirrels of Richmond and the Bowie Bay Sox. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's pitchers who get the assignment here. Willie may have been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And that last win gets them a step closer to the 500 mark. They can actually reach 500 if they can pull this one out. I'll tell you what, there is no better feeling for a hitter after being backed off the plate than to turn around and do this on the next.
Willie Mays is ready to go here as we begin the third. First pitch coming. Hammered the other way to deep right field. And the third inning gets started with a bang. Home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game, as it's now a 4-1 ball game.
Well, and now that's the second home run that he's allowed here in just 2+ innings of work. And no question, they've had his number here in the early going. And now they stretch the lead out even.
Come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over. And here's the first pitch. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And it'll stay in the park as it hits high off the right field wall.
And I guess here that the runner on first base is waiting to see if the ball's going to be caught or not. You can see it bang off the outfield wall, but that indecision is going to cost him right there. And this will wind up being nothing. That becomes a very easy out.
Well, the bats were certainly working in this one, but out of everybody, I'd say this man most deserves to be our top player in the game.
And I think, all things considered, this was really a team victory. But out of everybody, I agree, he made the biggest impact out there.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight it's the third of this 4-game weekend series between the Flying Squirrels of Richmond and the Bowie Bay Sox. Ross Perez will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Nobody out, runner on first. He's ready, now the pitch. Taken the other way toward left center and fairly deep. Mays will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1.
You see that
Willie Mays will stand in on the way. Lined hard into left field, and that'll be back-to-back singles here to kick off the inning. And he continues to hit the ball well, as that'll push his hitting streak up to 7 games now. No errors and no one left on base. Willie Mays will get
good on that one.
He's set, now the pitch. Driven nicely into the gap, and it's going to get down and should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner will score from second. And he will score as well. And that's a big at-bat there as they've broken this one wide open.
And that's what those...
Willie Mays will step in. Now a ball lined to the right side. And he'll have himself a base hit. Ricky Oropesa will try again. 2 for 4 from the belt. The pitch. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It sails a bit, and he will get into second base as the tying run.
And that may have been an out-and-out guess right there. He had to figure they weren't going to throw over twice in a row, so he's running on first movement. He makes it to second base safely.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight, the finale of this 4-game set between the Flying Squirrels of Richmond and the Bowie Bay Sox. Willie Mays will stand in, and he was a big first pitch coming. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. A solo shot here to left, number 13 for him on the year, and that will break the seal early here. It's quickly 1-0.
Well, it's got to be getting near the point where they need to make some alternate plans with this guy up there. I mean, now that's his 3rd home run in the series. I mean, what more do you need to see?
Willie Mays will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And here's the first pitch. And that pitch is lined into left field, and he's got his 2nd hit of the evening. Throwing to second. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Now batting, number 30.
Well, this is really a laser right here. You're going to see it pretty much go right over his head out there and left, and it'll one-hop the left field wall. That's going to allow his man to cruise into second with an easy double.
Number 4 will be the batter. 1 for 2 thus far. Here comes a 1-2. Now he takes something off there as this is skied out to deep center field. Mays is back, and he'll get there to make the play for Willie Mays. Will try it again. He home. Now a ball hitting sharply toward third. And that is a fair ball as this one's heading for the left field corner. The throw into second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there.
From your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Tonight it's the first of 3 to start the new week between the Flying Squirrels of Richmond and the Erie Seawolves. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each man. Willie Mays will get his first opportunity now, looking to extend that hitting streak, which stands at 8 games and counting coming in. Oh, and he goes down to get the fastball as this is hit well out to deep left center field, and he is going to ride this one right out of here. Home run. a solo shot here to left center field. Number 14 on the season. And that will break the seal early here. It's quickly 1-0.
You just can't throw that pitch right there. That swing tells a story right there. I mean, he got all of that one. Remember, he homered in yesterday's ball game too, so he's riding a pretty good hot streak these past couple of days.
Willie Mays will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. 2 out stretch. Swing and a ball hit hard to third. And a sliding effort there, but he can't get a glove on it. A base hit.
Ah, the perils of being a third baseman. I remember it well. He's way out in front of this pitch and just hammers it towards the hole. You can see by the reaction at third, the coaches are telling you, hey, get in front of that one. Yeah, right. You get in front of that one. He hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances. He can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
The first offering. A ball hit hard to the left side. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, how much hotter is he going to get? He's got himself another 3-hit ball game. That batting average is going to continue to climb.
Saved or closed her until this deep into extra inning. 1-1. And the fly ball way out to right center, and no one will track this one down. It's going to fall in there for extra bases. And the runner will score from second. And the winning run will score as they walk off with a 3-2 victory.